Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mania 4Key World Cup 2025. We're here with the very first match of the semi-finals, getting deep into the tournament, kind of in the late game now, so to speak of, and every single one of these teams that we have left are so good, like what the hell. And right away, not even warming up into things, we already have a banger matchup ahead of us. We can see seed number 10 versus seed number 11, Vietnam versus Indonesia in the losers bracket. I am Potassium F casting alongside Mashed Potato. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am so excited for this matchup. On one hand, you see Vietnam, who, despite being seed 10, they took Thailand down to the losers bracket, one of the top 3 contenders of this tournament. On the other hand, we see Indonesia, seed 11, but just look at that lineup. You got Rei, Albert, Razord, Fear, and One Bite, and I think half of those were present in the MWC 2023 roster, where Indonesia got top 3 in Mania World Cup. So both of these teams are absolutely stacked to the brim, and we might be seeing a tiebreaker potentially in this matchup.
Oh, absolutely. These teams, like, on paper, definitely really close in skill. Gotta say, Indonesia's been cooking some crazy scores of their own so far this tournament, especially in this losers bracket. Last week, looking at it, they got #1 on 2 different Rice maps. And that's not just because no one played those Rice maps. They beat USA on both of those.
Yeah, I mean, Indonesia was just absolutely smurfing in the losers bracket. And mind you, in the losers bracket, they had to play against top-seeded teams like I think it was Russia Federation. They managed to beat quite swiftly, to be honest, 6-2. Yeah, so it's going to be scary because Indonesia, I think the seeding doesn't really show their true skill set. Their main skill set is how well they can scale physically. Like, the later you go into the pools, I think the stronger Indonesia is going to be. Maybe their early game accuracy may not be their strong point, but just go into the late games, you're not going to have a chance. This reminds me of like China last year, where they didn't have the best accuracy in like round of 32, round of 16. They got knocked down early, but once they got to semifinals, they just locked in and just beat everyone. Just because that's just how they vibe.
Yeah, some of these teams. Looking forward to seeing how Indonesia fares, because these maps are now starting to get really hard. Increases across the board, some crazy looking maps that we had lined up as well, if you saw that map pool showcase. So we'll see what they decide to go for. I feel like Indonesia so far, looking at the picks and bans coming in, I expect Indonesia to be going for those Rice picks.
So Vietnam protecting LN1. I think it's going to be quite expected. I think Vietnam is more of a hybrid and long node team, considering they have really strong long node players such as Vixal and Lot and Chidoan. So no surprise, they are top 3 in seeding in both hybrid and long node in the qualifiers. So yeah, definitely the more LN hybrid team. While Indonesia, I'm expecting like actually they're going to protect Rice 6. I thought it was going to be Rice 7.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Out of all the Rice maps you picked, I think probably this slot, like the one that's more of like a vocal dump slot, is probably one of the least protected / banned slot of the entire tournament.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that gets picked quite early on. Like, just because no one really protects it or no one bans it, it's quite safe, in my opinion. It's a safe pick. I wouldn't say it's too difficult compared to like the other Rice picks. It's not easiest either. So protecting it is quite unorthodox, but we'll see kind of what's their strategy coming into this match. Maybe they see a weakness in Vietnam. Maybe they are struggling a lot in vocal dumps. And actually they're going to ban LN2.
Wait,
I'm quite surprised.
That is actually surprising a lot. I think Vietnam can do pretty decently in the Rice pool, but you would definitely expect them to maybe take out one of the more physical maps of the pool in that Rice section.
Oh, I think that's Indonesia ban, actually. So yeah, I think Indonesia banned.
Oh, okay, there's Indonesia ban. Yeah. Okay, no, wrong color.
It's still surprising. Yeah, it's still surprising though, because I would expect something more technical, like LN4 or LN3.
LN3, LN4 would be the forefront of my mind here. LN2 normally more comfortable for Rice favored teams, but okay, Rice 7 ban makes a lot of sense. This one you suggested Indonesia even protecting potentially.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think this is probably the hardest map in the pool. And this is basically just a skill diff matchup right there. It's just 200 BPM Vibro at that point. And Vietnam is going to pick first, and they're going to go straight with the protect. LN1. Key cool. Missing. I think it's a good strategy. Just get the comfort picks in first, just to warm yourself into this matchup, because this is going to be a long haul.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of teams like to, recently especially, been picking their protect a little bit later on into the match, saving it for later. But I think there's also a lot to say about just trying to get a point on the board early, right? Don't let the match slip away too quickly.
Yeah, and actually we're going to be seeing the lineup expectedly on the side of Vietnam and Indonesia. Lot Tridon Gaming, Vixal, and Resort and Ray respectively. Actually, last week we didn't see Razord in the match against Russia against Indonesia, if I remember correctly. Looking at the MP links right now.
So perhaps you're saying that their real power was not in full display last week.
Not
as scary as that sounds.
Yeah, they did play against like Malaysia, but then like in the match against Russia, who is another hybrid slash, they're more all-rounded. Razor did not play, and they still beat Russia 6-2.
Yeah, gonna be pretty scary here for Vietnam, but I think Vietnam do have the players that are able to put out the performances, as you said. I think, especially looking at this match, I'm looking at players like Treatawan, like a player that does have a high physical ceiling and can play pretty much every map in the pool as well. So
Yeah.
Treatawan is one of those players that is expected to perform well on a stage like this.
Yeah,
and on the side, Ray is the name of the tournament so far for Indonesia.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think he is now becoming the mainstay within the Indonesian lineup. But used to be a young talent back in like a few years ago. Now, he's the captain. He's leading the way through for Indonesia. Potentially another top 3 performance, potentially. They're looking super strong. But here we go. The first pick of this map. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, this one is really tricky. It has some very like funky patterning throughout. A little bit different to what we normally see in the LN1s as well.
So far, Indonesia has a bit of a better start. I think just because of the bottom 2 accuracy leading the bottom 2 accuracy to side Vietnam. Lot is matching the side of Rei, but I think Big Sao and Chidoan slightly behind the likes of Ye and Razord.
Yeah, it looks like Vixal in particular, down at 99.6 right now, is trailing the other players by a small margin. But it's not going to matter too much at the end of the day as long as it doesn't drop any lower than this. Just 1,000 points in favor of Indonesia.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is all about consistency right here. You have 3 minutes of just super hard LN releases patterning, so lots of missed potential as well throughout this map. But so far, oh no! Lord with the first miss right there. The missed potential really did show up.
Yeah, immediately showing up, and that's the highest score on the side of Vietnam gone as well. That was 99.85, dropping down. Now no one to match the accuracies on Indonesia, other than Treatawan, who's actually doing quite well still.
Yeah, but look at this map Indonesia right now. Everyone is above 99.7 going into the breaks. This is just like the wall of consistency right now for the side of Indonesia. This is Vietnam's Protect, by the way.
Yeah, one of Vietnam's best possible picks, you would have to imagine as well. So they're going to have to hope Indonesia finds that mistake sooner rather than later, because we're already into the second half of the map.
Yeah, Chidan's doing as much as he can right now, but it's just the miss some law and the accuracy deficit from Vixar right now is not helping out for the side of Vietnam. And Indonesia is looking to make a case right now. They're not planning to stop this losers bracket trade that they're running through right now.
Yeah, Lot does recover accuracy quite well now, 99.71, the highest on Vietnam once again. But not quite enough to match up to Rei again. 99.76 is the MVP accuracy at the very least. And there goes Vixile. 2 of Vietnam's full combos gone, and Indonesia's on an incredibly consistent team score of 3 full combos in the outro now.
There's no way they get triple 990k in LN1 for like a non-LN favorite team.
Oh, they're going to, it looks like. My god.
My god, no. This is actually unbelievable what we're seeing right now. This is the definition of a scaling team right now. The later we're going in, the better they perform, and that is a 2.973 million team score on LN1 against Vietnam's Protect. Indonesia absolutely popping off. Rei with the MVP performance, 991.9, followed by Razord, and yeah, top 3 performance right there. I'm telling you.
This is like the scariest part about this team score is that it's not Rei carrying. This is all 3 of them getting above 990k. And as you said, Indonesia's supposed to be a Rice favorite team. If this is your weakest map in the pool, Vietnam is in a lot of trouble.
I'm getting quite scared right now. considering this is like the sort of level that they're performing right now for the side of Indonesia. I'm getting scared. I'm getting very scared. And now Indonesia is going to go with Rice 1. So that's more of the stream picks, 350 BPM.
Yeah, this one, more of the speed pick. Indonesia does favor the speed picks quite a lot in the Rice pools. This was one of them that they got #1 score on, or at least one of the slots that they got the #1 score on last week in the quarterfinals. So they are very comfortable when it comes to these speed patterns, but Vietnam now, they're going to have to look for this breakpoint to be able to win back, and that's going to have to come from mistakes from Indonesia, it feels like.
Yeah, that's for sure. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. Oh, we're going to be seeing a substitute in. We're going to be seeing Albert coming in. So, and Fier. So I didn't remember that. Yeah, I thought Fier played. Oh yeah, no, it was and Razor. So they have a Rise in the long note lineup for Indonesia as well. Like these two players, I'm guessing is going to be the Rise players. And Ray is just going to stay there for the whole match. I'm very certain Ray is just playing everything being given to him. It is just Ray after all.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I haven't really been keeping track, but looking at kind of all the MP links that I've been seeing going by, I feel like I've seen Ray have almost like more MVPs than any other player so far this tournament. It's up there for sure with some of the most common ones.
Yeah, I think that in the previous weekend, out of the 16 maps Ray played, he got 12 MVPs. That's just absurd number of MVP.
Considering the level of players that we're seeing in the tournament as well, that it's crazy.
Yeah, and we might be seeing the same pattern if things continue to go this way. Ray already picked up an MVP for the first pick already.
Well, we'll see if Vietnam can answer back. Ufi coming in for Vietnam as well. So switching in for Lot.
That's quite surprising. I would expect to see maybe Nachimi Chan coming in, considering they're also the Rice player. But let's see how it goes. And so far, Chinoa did have a bit of an accuracy drop to begin with. But it is, I think this sort of pick similarly has a lot of like missed potential. It's just because of like how easy it is to combo rush a stream pattern.
Yeah, absolutely. And compared to some of the other Rise ones as well that we've had in the past, this one's fairly short as well because most of the density is really focused in the main chorus that happens about halfway. So if there are big misses in that main section of the map, the point swing potential is quite large.
I'm getting quite scared for Ufi actually. Like their hit accuracy is quite wide and it's much more to the right now. It's not centered. So maybe signs of nerves not getting used to these kind of multi-setting right now. On the other hand though, everyone on Indonesia is above 99.85. The only person matching their accuracy right now is Chidon Gaming. A couple of 200s from Albert, but that doesn't change anything. Their accuracy is so strong. They need to see a couple of misses from Indonesia to do something. Vietnam's doing all they can right now, still holding a freeway full combo.
Yeah, a few actually drops there. Looks like Ufi and Vixar dropping below 99.7, and Chidon finds the miss. That's the highest accuracy once again for Vietnam, finding the miss, and Vixar following up as well. Indonesia still on the 3 full combos, but it looks like they can afford a couple misses themselves if they want at this point.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think this pick has worked out really well. Chidon continued picking up misses right there. I think now the stamina part is coming in right now after playing 350 BPM streams for that long. Fier picking the first miss for Indonesia, but that just doesn't matter right now. The score lead is at 40,000. It's not even close. Like, you can let go of your keyboard right now, and I think the score lead would still be on Indonesia. But they wouldn't do that, and Reyes, once again, is going to take the MVP for this map with a 99.8 accuracy, and a V1SS choke right there with 1-200.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on the MVP counts, but again, it's not Ray doing the sole heavy lifting here. Albert and Fier getting pretty much the same accuracy as Ray as well, keeping up in that department. And we can also see, like your question before, Ufi being switched in here, actually performing very well, getting the full combo for Team Vietnam.
Yeah, but even if they get the full combo right here, both Chidon and Vixar, I don't think that's enough. Like, the accuracy on the side of Indonesia is just so strong. you can't really do much about it if
mean,
you're
look
on the
at
side of
the-
Vietnam.
Look at the 200 count, the 300 counts, I should say, for all of Indonesia, all starting with a 2,
Yeah,
all
And-
significantly lower than Vietnam's.
yeah. Chidoan has the lowest 300 count, but he's not even matched against any of the players on the side of Indonesia. This is getting very scary. Like, if long note 1 didn't work, like Indonesia now can just pick any of the rice and they have like a significant advantage when it comes to accuracy. I think now if you're on the side of Vietnam, just throw in some sort of like either long note 4 or maybe
like
long note 3.
hybrid. Maybe on a hybrid, maybe. I think hybrid 3 if you want to get weird.
Yeah,
I also just want to see hybrid 3 just because it's an Osu original as well.
or long note 3. Also an Osu original. Or
Also the Osu original. I'll think
Or-
Long Note 3 maybe a bit less likely though, just because it's a little bit similar to LN1 and that didn't go very well.
I'm very sure about that. I'm thinking either hybrid 3 or hybrid 2. I kind of don't like this, I'll be honest. I haven't seen any of the practice scores on the side of Vietnam, so I'm not sure. But this is a bit more like I would pick this if I was 4-4 down on the side of Vietnam, just because this is so jack heavy. This is quite rice focused, I'll be honest. Because there's a lot of long mini jacks.
And there are some funny long
Yeah.
jacks in this one.
Yeah, 2-hit the long jack written by Lot down there. Yeah, so there's like players who are more hybrid orientated, hybrid long note orientated. They might find this sort of maps much more uncomfortable to hit. I'm very sure about that. And we can see Albert staying in potentially for this pick. And if that does not show that it's a rise orientated hybrid pick, then I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess Albert being switched in, just trying to ensure that the Indonesia gets the full combos out here if they can.
For sure. Yeah, okay, this is going to be the lineup. This looks so scary right now. Albert, Razor, and Reggie. This sort of lineup looks so scary inside of Indonesia. But on the other hand, we get to see Lot, Rizuna, and Chidoan gate pick as well. So equally scary lineup. Quite consistent in general. They just need to block out the misses. Like, I think in terms of accuracy for hybrid and long note, Vietnam definitely have a shot against Indonesia. It's just the combo breaks that did not help out for Vietnam.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, the first 2 maps, the combos have been favoring Indonesia quite heavily. So this is where it's going to have to turn around for Vietnam. And this map as well, I mean, very, very shield heavy. Lots of these long jacks, as we said before as well. Lots of opportunity for some very messy misses happening in this one. Vietnam just have to hold on longer than Indonesia do in that regard.
Yeah, this map does not hold back. It goes so hard straight from the beginning. Everyone hit the long jacks, so they are comfortable with hitting this at 175 BPM long jack. So looking good for both teams right now.
Can they do it many more times is the question, because they're going to be reappearing plenty throughout the map.
Yeah, for sure. We can see right now, Rizuna, Albert's matching accuracy in the bottom player. And Albert with the miss! Oh! That is the first time we see on the side of Indonesia missing first. Now Vietnam needs to capitalize on this advantage, but the accuracy is just so strong right now. Razor misses, traded by Rizuna. Lot misses. This map is an absolute massacre. There's only one full combo on both teams right now. It's the carriers. It's Chidon Gaming versus Reigi.
But the accuracy gap right now is well in favor of Indonesia. Equal amount of misses for both teams, it feels like, but Rei with 99.87 is absolutely murdering the rest of this lobby right now. And 8,000 points as Vietnam's players trying to gain back the accuracy.
Yeah, they can still do it. It is still within reach right now. It's within 1 to 2 misses. And Trinidad Gaming doing all they can right now to hold off Reigi. It's just the bottom 2 players, they need to hold the combo and wish that Albert or Razor pick up a couple of misses here and there. But they're not doing it right now. But there's still a third of the map left. There's still a lot of miss potential.
Oh, and every time these long jacks are coming, I'm holding my breath. Whether or not we'll see more of these misses coming out, but this lead is looking like it grows more. But that's two misses on the side of Indonesia. That might be enough for Vietnam to take the lead back just by a little bit.
but they need to hold on. There's still so much more to matter. Trade-on misses! Traded by Razor!
Traded!
Oh, the scoring's on Vietnam right now. But Lord is using it. Oh, they misses! Traded by Razor. What's going on? What is going on?
It's by a knife's edge. Ray misses again. Everyone finding the misses. It looks like it's going to favor Vietnam by a little bit in the last few seconds of this map. 6,000 points as long as they hold on to the combo. I think they've managed to win their own pick second here.
Oh my heart. Oh
and
my heart.
That is exactly why they picked this.
Definitely went. This is went according to plan on the side of Vietnam. Definitely.
This
wow.
is the scores are so similar.
984K
on 3 different players and 969K on 2 of them. Yeah, the difference just between those top 2 players of the lobby.
Just look at that ratio from Ray and Razor. Like, just look at the ratio. Like, how do you get good accuracy that? But it's the miss potential. I think seeing this, Vietnam now have a lot of other picks to go for. They want to pick picks that are like having a lot of miss potential. So
I think the hybrids are looking very good as well. Maybe Indonesia just don't have the same level of comfort. You said before, they have their LN lineup, they have their Rice lineup as separate sets of players, but maybe they don't quite have the lineup that can play both at the same time.
Yeah, so Hybrid 3, I think Hybrid 3 now is such a good pick for the side of Vietnam, but now Indonesia now's their chance to retaliate, and I think any pick here, I can try to make a reason for why it's a good pick. Anything makes sense. Maybe the only one that wouldn't make too much sense is potentially Rice 2 or Rice 3. Like those two are like really straightforward picks, and I think it could backfire really easily because it's one of those ones that can be really easily full comboed and doesn't have that much miss potential. So if I were Indonesia, I would pick something like maybe Rice. Oh, never mind.
Rice 2, it's gonna be.
Rice 2.
We are in the kind of stage of the tournament where this is maybe going to be a little bit less of an accuracy pick. I'm about to get proven wrong, I know. But, I look at the BPM, 270 BPM, and I think, okay, that's pretty fast. Like, this is maybe more of a speed pick now.
That's true. That is true. It is that fast now. But I think Indonesia is just banking on the fact that Vietnam just doesn't have the physicality to play these sorts of picks. Which could work. They could backfire if they can play and they can still get... Like, it's the matter of, if you have the physicality, you gotta get 990k easily. But if you don't have the physicality, then you just gotta get 960k. There's no in-between in this one.
Absolutely, yeah. And we all know already Indonesia have that physicality. It's just up to Vietnam whether they can have 3 players that can do the same. Yeah. And whether or not we're gonna get any switches as well.
Yeah, I thought maybe Goofy or like Natsumi-chan might be coming in.
Yeah, I think Natsumi-chan has been playing a lot of the Rice so far. Ufi did well in the Rice one earlier, but maybe is going to have to improve the accuracy a little bit for a pick like this, because you know that Indonesia is going to be very comfortable getting accuracy on this map.
Yeah, that is for sure. Okay, so this is going to be the lineup locked in ready. Lot Chudon Gaming, Ufi on the side of Vietnam against Fear, Albert, Ray on the side of Indonesia in the map Cosmo. Here we go. I think the MP star has already been made. Yep, here we go. The 4th map. Let's pick. Can Vietnam get a potential breakpoint against Indonesia? Because right now Indonesia has the breakpoint advantage against Vietnam straight from the beginning of this match in the long note 1 protect.
Let's see how this one plays out. I'm expecting some fairly high accuracies just at the start here, nice and easy. And already getting into these jump streams now, 270 BPM so far. Everyone doing pretty well. Ufi dropping the accuracy down a little bit, down to 99.6. But nothing too bad just yet.
I think Ufi for me gives me the vibes of kind of more like a combo player than anything else. Maybe not getting the best accuracy, but I think when asked to do a full combo, I think Ufi can get the full combo. You can see right now, actually, Rei's accuracy being matched by Chidon Gaming. I think the accuracy is quite even, I would say. Like, it's only a few hundred, maybe a few thousand points ahead. So the miss, if anyone from Indonesia miss, it can still go to Vietnam, but equally, it could also backfire. We saw the previous Rice 1 pick, how Chidon, I think Chidon Big South did pick up quite a lot of misses, so we have to wait,
Goes both ways for sure. Right now, very close between the two players, and Fear actually being the first one to get the miss on the side of Indonesia. Now Vietnam with the lead, both in combo and the accuracy. Fear drops down to 99.6, and we see Ufi actually has increased that accuracy a lot since the intro.
Yeah, now they just need to hold in the combo. And this is what I mean by this could potentially backfire. Because like these sorts of picks, we're still only in semifinals. Of course it is semifinals we're talking about, but these teams, oh no! Lot.
There goes Lot, a pretty messy miss down to 99.65 now, and matching Fear's score, but it looks like Indonesia might take it back by a slight amount at the end of it.
For sure. They have the accuracy lead, and that miss might be the undoing, actually. Right before the break as well. And we're going back to the ending of this pick. Indonesia might be able to scrape away with this if everyone still hold their accuracy. And it's looking really likely right now that Indonesia is going to take the third point. And
2,000 points is so close.
Yeah, Lot misses there really was the undoing. But the accuracy was really close. Tridon Gaming and Rei V1 double as 997, 998. What a performance from those two. It's just the misses that backfired a lot there. 2 miss and a 50. What could have been? But it was so close. And I think again, this is, in my opinion, is a mispick on the side of Indonesia. This sort of score lead wouldn't be an issue if they went with something more physically challenging. Rice 4, I'm thinking Rice 4, 5, or 6. But these Rice 2 and Rice 3, like, if you think about the match against Vietnam and Thailand also picked Rice 2 against Vietnam, and that's how they lost, and that's how they went into the losers bracket. It's the Rice 2 pick, and luckily for Indonesia, they managed to take that point from the lot miss, but I think going forward in this match, I think they still have 3 more picks. They need to reconsider their choices, because I don't think Rice 3 might be a good pick. And yeah, Vietnam picking LN4. Okay, not hybrid 3, but I don't hate this either. This is a pretty decent pick.
It's another one of these more, like, I guess, wackier maps in the grand scheme of the map pool here, where you can have quite a lot of chokes in this one as well. But this one, I think, actually the longest map in the pool, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I've seen any other 3.5-minute maps in this pool.
Yeah, this is the longest map in the pool, yeah. Kind of like a mini tiebreaker, like, in a way. Yeah, and this map is just silly. Like, the title of the song is silly. It kind of reflects how the map goes. Just a lot of flaps, lots of just weird releases. It is just super uncomfortable to act. I would say 990Ks on this map is going to be rare. So if anyone can hold the accuracy together to get 990K, it is going to be a bit of a miracle. And Lot, I'm looking at Lot especially. They're like the LN player on the side of Vietnam, the best LN accuracy player on the side of Vietnam. They can get super good releases, timing. I think Lot might be a good like matchup against Ray right here, and hope for the best that, you know, the bottom 2 player on the side of Vietnam to hold their combo together if they want to win this pick, because we saw how LN1 went. Indonesia just absolutely swept Vietnam. So hopefully,
we'll see if Indonesia can pull off a similar thing here as well, because yeah, and Resurrect are definitely looking very strong in the LN department today.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. Their accuracy actually matches on the side of Reyes. That's really scary to think about it on like a couple picks. So we have to wait and see. I think the name of the game, as we've seen so far, is just a miscount. I think if any of the team manage to get a freeway full combo, that's basically it. Like, you're going to win that pick.
But as it should be in the semifinals, right?
yeah, for sure. As it should be. Now it's all about the combo. Of course, accuracy does matter, but now, like, once you pick any pick, you're going to be expecting the opponent to get a couple of misses here and there.
And here we go, we already see these crazy, like, really short LNs being thrown in the middle of these patterns as well. Very tricky to get good release timings on these ones, but everyone looking quite good so far. 99.7 for everyone. Vixar does drop down a little bit to 99.6, but we're expecting other accuracies to follow.
Yeah, I don't think this is a map where you can keep your accuracy up on the same level throughout the map. There's gonna be a lot of misses just because of how long this map is. Like, you need to stay focused throughout the whole 3 minute and 30 second, and it's going to be a challenge. You're going to get a bunch of 200 without even realizing.
Still though, 3 players above 99.8 on Ray, Resurrect, and Lot, keeping the advantage in favor of Indonesia by a little bit, but not by much. 2,000 points only.
Yeah,
Vietnam's
now
still in this one.
Now the idea of missed potentials, and Chi-Dot misses right there. I was to say how there's a lot of like now you think about the missed potential, like, you know, while the team could break and that could be it. The accuracy is really even on both sides, and Chi-Dot's the first to blink, and now the score lead is quite big on the side of Indonesia. It is now 6,500. They have the accuracy and the combo lead as well, so they need someone on the side of Indonesia to break. But who is it going to be, considering they freeway full combo LN1?
Yeah, their players are looking so comfortable right now. Maybe, yeah, looking a little bit less comfortable in terms of that accuracy, but still the 3-way full combo looking good for Indonesia so far.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Ray with the miss. That
weird place to miss. I would not expect in that section for Ray to miss, but it does nonetheless. And now this lead is back within striking distance for Vietnam. 2,000 points once again.
Oh, this pattern. This could have got someone right there, but everyone still hold the combo. Yeah, I think Indonesia is still having the lead just based on the accuracy, kind of going back to the start of the map. It's just their accuracy is just a bit better compared to South Vietnam, but just as we saw what happened to Ray, a miss could have happened anywhere, and there's still a quarter of the map left, and it's not gonna get any easier. And yeah, and there's a miss right there. And now the score is going to Vietnam. It's just a matter of time right now. Oh, it's not going back.
Oh my god, it's so close actually. It's not safe by any means. It looks like Indonesia might be holding on to the lead, in fact.
Yeah,
the accuracy just a little bit too good for Vietnam to capitalize on that miss, and it's flickering back and forth, less than 1,000 points. Maybe Vietnam needs a little bit more of something from Indonesia to be able to take back the score lead.
Yeah, maybe a couple more 200s, but the score is still going, it's increasing right now. I think it's just a couple more 200 drops on the side of Vietnam. They need a miss. They desperately need a miss right now, or else this might be a disaster on the side of Vietnam. Reporting.
Oh my god,
a couple
yeah, got a couple 100s there. That just dented the score lead quite a lot, but it looks like not enough. 1,000 points, and Indonesia just barely scraped by.
Oh, that is tough. That is such a tough pill to swallow for the side of Vietnam. They had the combo advantage on the side of Vietnam. Only Chi-Dot pick up the miss. We got double full combo from Lot and Vixar. 993k from Lot. Absolutely stunning score, but they were matched by Resort. Ray, despite the miss, gets a 990k. Like, absolutely crazy score out here. I think the lowest score on this is 984k on this lobby. I mean, like, this is as high level as it can get in this lobby.
Yeah, these players are looking a little bit too comfortable here in this match on this map pool. Vietnam just losing out on some crucial picks. These last 2 maps could have easily gone to Vietnam. Both of them, really.
Yeah, for sure. I think the past 2 picks, actually the past 3 picks so far could have went either way. It was so coin flippy, like Hybrid 2, Rice 2,
yeah.
and now LN4. Like, 3 of those picks were like super close. It was just like determined. It wasn't determined until the ending of the map. And unfortunately for the side of Vietnam, like, it's the coin flipping picks that they've been losing on. Rice 2 and Long Note 4 that went against them. And now Indonesia has a huge pool of picks, and they're going to go with Rice 3.
Rice 3, really?
Really?
Surely, I thought, I mean, Indonesia surely picks one of the technical picks at this point, I would think. Right, Rice 5, Rice 6, they're like the prime maps to pick in this situation for Indonesia, but I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Again, they might know something that we don't. And again, like they did have the slight accuracy lead over these sorts of picks, but why risk this when you can pick your protect? Or I suppose they're saving the protect for when they get their match point. But how about
saving their protect? This could be their last pick.
I mean, they still have one more pick. They still have one more pick. They still have one more pick to go.
Not if they break point.
That's true. That is true. That is true. But they still have the Frum's pick that is really similar to Rice in like their protects. So I'm really confused here. But again, like the previous pick, Indonesia would have won by just accuracy alone. So this is probably what they're banking on. They definitely have the accuracy lead. But again, this is no longer an accuracy battle. This is now just a combo game.
We've seen Vietnam is very comfortable when it comes to this kind of Rice. Like the more straightforward Rice picks, Vietnam has been performing very well on throughout the whole tournament.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so Ufi's coming in. So very similar lineup. Razor, Albert, Rei. I think as expected, maybe Fear kind of come in, but Razor as a really good player in like all-rounded, kind of like Reggie 2.0, which is scary, which is a really scary sentence to say. Like, Reggie by himself is already really strong, and then you got like another Reggie backing him up as a supporting score. Like, that's just scary outside of Indonesia.
Yeah, there's a lot of scary players here for sure.
Yeah, and
but
here
we'll see
go.
If Vietnam can keep this one close again, because Indonesia has found the misses in the past few maps. There have been openings for Vietnam to be able to take points away, and I think this one might be no different.
Now, I'll say this is less straightforward compared to the Rice 2, though. Like, there's some technical pattern-ish with the meaty jacks, and there's a solo in the middle that can trip any of the players in the side of Vietnam. So this pick is not completely unfounded. I can see this being picked. This is much harder compared to Rice 2 in my opinion. Less straightforward. It's 11 guy Rice pick. Like, you're gonna be seeing some shenanigans here. This is not going to be standard. It's 11 guy.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a long one as well. So accuracy advantage that is gained by either team is going to matter a little bit more in terms of the point lead.
Yeah, for sure. I think when it comes to these longer maps, like, miss doesn't really mean too much. Okay, never mind. That is a really bad drop on the side of Cheat-On Gaming, and now the score lead is at 7,000.
Yeah, I mean, you were about to say a miss doesn't mean as much, but it does mean a whole lot if it comes with an accuracy drop like that. 99.4 is what Cheat-On dropped down to, but is managing to increase the act quickly. So the faster that accuracy gets back up for Cheat-On, the less this point lead is going to grow.
Yeah, I'm very certain that they can. Like, Cheat-On has a really good accuracy foundation. Like, they were at 99.9 before they got the miss. So the miss was really, really bad. But Cheat-On Game continues to pick up the miss. I think they might find some like discomfort in these sorts of Rice pattern. It's not even like a speed issue because like they can still get really good accuracy. I think it's just specific patterns. Razor did drop, but it's a really clean drop right there. Still 99.82, way ahead of everyone on the side of Vietnam. They need more. The scoring is really big right now.
Yeah, that's like the cleanest miss that we've seen all day, really. And yeah, everyone above 99.8 still on the side of Indonesia. Ray above 99.9. Once again putting on another one of these MVP-looking performances, and 11,000 point lead. This is a big point lead. Gonna be cut into a little bit with another miss from Resurred, but another clean one, that one is.
This is what I mean by a miss doesn't matter too much. This is like what I mean. Like, oh, okay, hold on. Ufi with a drop, and that just brought back the lead from where we kind of started. And now it's just one FC to 2.
Yeah, even more so. This is going all the way 20,000 points now. Lock finds the drop. Everyone on Vietnam dropping their combos here. Cheat-On finding another miss, and it is absolutely over in this map at the very least. It looks like Vietnam players running out of stamina towards the end, it looks like.
Yeah, we have been proven wrong right here. I think for myself, I thought this has been a mispick from the side of Indonesia, but I think they definitely consider kind of Vietnam's stamina degradation into consideration right here. This is definitely like a really stamina heavy map, and I think these players on the side of Indonesia, they have such good physicality. This is what comes with their physicality, is that they can just play these sort of maps for 5-10 minutes straight and they wouldn't even budge at all. The accuracy probably would stay the same. Beside Vietnam, would it be the same? Cheetah continue to pick up misses despite having the best accuracy. Oh, actually, it's Ufi beside Vietnam, but 0 FCs2 and the accuracy lead is just way ahead right now. This is a nearly 50,000 point lead. Absolutely dominant performance on the side of Indonesia.
Absolutely crazy team score. Almost 298 in the millions here.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, like we were wait, what's the 200 count? The 200 count for Indonesia. What's going on that team?
That is insane. Like the amount of 200s is like 2. That's it. They have the same amount of misses as their 200 count.
Oh my god. And Ray 996k.
This is winning a statement. This is like actually like this is making a statement right here. Like this is sending a message across. We may be seed 11, but we're not. This qualifiers seeding here doesn't mean anything anymore. We're into semifinals. Qualifiers means nothing now. It's all about the physicality. It's all about how well you can scale into the late game. And Indonesia, they're just don't give a damn about that. Don't give a damn about any of these picks. They can just freeway full combo this, or at least get extremely good team scores. And now, yeah,
that's exactly kind of like what we mean when you say the teams that scale well into the late game. It's teams like Indonesia here. They're getting the same team scores that they did in like the round of 16 in the semifinals, whereas other teams now are definitely going to be feeling more of the physical limit of their capabilities when it comes to some of these picks. And Vietnam now up against the wall. They need to win 4 in a row if they want to take this to tiebreaker.
A bit of a piece of trivia before they've kind of picked their maps on the side of Vietnam. Vietnam, for the past 4 years, not including this one, they have finished in top 12. This is where they have finished. They have consistently finished top 12. You can say it's a consistency thing, but I think of it more as a curse. They have been kind of performing really well up to this point. It's just that they couldn't get this one extra win. This is where they have always stopped. And now they're going to pick Hybrid 3. This is a really good pick. And on the side of Indonesia, you can look at the chat. They're all spamming no's.
Indonesia dreading this one. Banger song, by the way. This is going to be the first Osu original we see being played in the match this semifinals weekend.
Yeah, the cha-cha-cha pick right here. I love this pick as well. The like everything about this is perfect. Like you got the mapper Abraxas, and then with Fola, so these two are the hybrid. These two are the hybrid pickers.
Those two names are like the hybrid 3 slot. Like, yeah. Those two mappers alone created this slot.
Yeah, like Abraxas is kind of like the kind of like the person who started this hybrid 3 revolution. Like they have so many classic bangers, and Fola kind of just continued to pick on it from that. And now these two forces collided together with this absolutely amazing Osu original right here. The last tango in Paris, and this could be the last tango in Vietnam, on the side of Vietnam, if they don't win this.
I think this one definitely has big chances for them to be able to win. We saw Hybrid 2 work out well, I mean, very close, albeit, but did work out well in their favor at the end of things. Off the back of the misses, and this is another one of those picks where you can see a lot of big misses, not just misses, but big accuracy drops because of how like strange the snappings are in some of these patterns.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see any like good full combos out here. This is like Abraxas and Fola throwing everything at them. So I'm really interested to see how both these teams perform. Looking at Lon and Ray once again as the main performer on these sorts of picks.
Yeah, as far as the accuracy goes especially, and we'll see if the other players on the teams start falling behind a little bit when it comes to the accuracy and the combo.
Yeah, it's about the supporting scores, isn't it? Like, I think Indonesia just have such a good supporting team scores. Like Ray does have MVP-like performance, but an MVP is nothing when you don't have a team supporting you. And Indonesia, right now, they have a system just to help Ray right now.
Absolutely, we can already see these accuracies are a lot lower than previous maps, understandably so. Seeing some 99.4. Oh, did we not look over there? 99.3, 99.4 for a couple of these players. Looking like Indonesia have the advantage. Ray and Rezared both close to that 99.7. Actually, yeah, not too far behind either. So all of Indonesia doing decently well as far as the accuracy is concerned.
Yeah, the lowest accuracy on the side of Indonesia is beating out the best accuracy on the side of Vietnam. That is just, if that doesn't scream bad news on the side of Vietnam, I don't know what else. Maybe a couple misses? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, you should have. I think you should have kept that one to yourself.
I should, yeah.
Unfortunate for Trina one there, drops down to 99.4. And this 11,000 point lead now for Indonesia. It's going to grow a little bit as well. But now Vietnam going to have to hope for misses to come out. Indonesia's players, Rezared and Ray, actually increasing the accuracy to above 99.7 again.
Yeah, this accuracy lead is just so overwhelming. Like, even if Cheetah holds the full combo right there, I think that would still be like a two miss buffer that Indonesia has just made, which is accuracy alone. And now with that miss, now that's like basically 3-4 misses. Like, this is like 2 players can miss on Indonesia, they can still have this lead.
And make that 3 now. Back to 2, never mind. Yeah, does find the first miss of Indonesia. Only 2 full combos on the side of Indonesia now. Only 1 on Vietnam though. And the accuracy well in favor of Indonesia still.
Yeah, this is already looking really rough. Like, I think they need to have one of the carries completely breaking. Like, not just missing. Like, we can see like Razor, they're not too consistent. Like we saw them in the previous pick. They got like a couple of misses, but they're really clean misses. Like, and Cheetah picking up another miss there right now. This might spell the end for the side of Vietnam. Like, I don't want to say too early, but the score is already 24,000 and on the side of Indonesia right now. Like, Ray's still holding the full combo. Yeah, they have a miss. They need a couple more misses.
There's another one,
yes,
but
there's another one. But
again, these are just too clean. It's not coming with any big accuracy drops like some of the Vietnam misses did. And yes, still above all of the accuracies on Vietnam despite those misses.
Yeah, we're already approaching the end of the map. There's not much more left, and I think the chapter for Vietnam ends again with another top 12 finish. 5 years in a row since 2021. Vietnam has been eliminated at this stage, and congratulations to Indonesia. I mean, what a performance there. Ray, a near 990k on hybrid free, 99.69. Razor followed closely with a single-digit 200. Yes, accuracy is nuts, like 6 200s. That is the lowest accuracy. Like, Indonesia's 200 count combined is basically not accuracy right there.
That is absolutely... I'm scared by these scores from Indonesia.
I'm so scared.
I am very, very interested in how this losers bracket is going to shape up in the near matches, because so many of these teams. Okay, I'm just looking at the bracket. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Indonesia versus the winner of South Korea versus Peru.
Yeah. The winner of South Korea versus Peru will face Indonesia, and either of those. I mean, I put South Korea to win, but Peru can still have a chance to go through, but it's going to be a challenge. But I'm thinking hypothetically, South Korea versus Indonesia. Like, despite South Korea being like the clear top 3 favorites, I think seeing the scores here, like it actually makes me believe that like Indonesia can beat both Korea and Peru, no matter who wins in that matchup.
I think it's possible, which is something I didn't expect to be saying at the start of this tournament. I think Korea on paper is, I mean, an absolutely incredible team, but these matches are getting really spicy. We can see upcoming matches here. The next one is actually going to be Korea versus Peru at 12:30 UTC in about 2 hours time. And I mean, just going down the list, every single one of these matches is ridiculous. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, just you have to book all of these in your calendars. You do not want to miss this. We do not have a lot of matches, so like it's not a packed schedule. You can watch all of them because these matches you do not want to miss them. So yeah, do you have anything else before we close this match?
Yeah, make sure in the meantime we have about 2 hours of a break, so make sure you go and check out the banners on the Osu store. Buy one to support your favorite team on your profile as well. Those ones should still be up. You also can stack them as much as you want as well. So if you want to get a bunch of the same team or a bunch of different teams to put on your profile and make people scroll down to see your profile itself, that is a fun thing to do too.
Yeah, and it looks amazing. The banner looks so great. The Osu design team has put in a lot of effort in making the banner looks as great as possible. So if you do buy one, your profile looks absolutely gorgeous. And with that, it's going to be Mashed Potato and Potassium closing off this match, Vietnam versus Indonesia.